Hello, everyone, and welcome to Minisode number, I don't know, of PCP. No boosters needed. I am Juhadre, just fresh off the November tournament, and joining me tonight are both T-Van and Xeno and the Snurks. Hello, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
So, guys, we had our biggest showing so far in the PLC. I want to talk about that real quick because it was a heck of a day. A lot of chaos going on.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I didn't get to fully experience it just for being at work before I hopped on. But I think, just in terms of health of the tournament and just looking forward as a monthly tournament, that's something that I feel like a lot of people are afraid of is losing people, and so starting to see these big growths, just really exciting to see and getting new people and new names. And even if and I know we've had conversations about this, Jadre, starting to even getting in-house starting to happen and scrims starting to be created out of this Discord because there's a lot more people that are interested. Like it just creates a healthier environment and community rather than it just being about the tournament.
Yeah, exactly. And we had 8 teams that were all brand new. We were able to get 6 of them onto the stream, and I think that was really exciting as well.
Yeah, I think it's always good to try and get the teams on the stream just so that they get a chance to shine because, we all have our fan favorites like, Team Unknown, the Fall Guys. Slick has quickly become a fan favorite as well. So it's good to see those newer teams get a time to shine so that they can see that they're more than welcome to be a part of this.
Absolutely. And what else was a lot of fun is watching the new teams still somehow fulfill the PLC commandment of fight, fight, fight for no reason. Like, I don't understand what it is, but when people join our tournament, it's just what happens. T-Van, you cast with me that last game before the finals. There was barely time for you to give any thoughts.
Yeah, and to be honest, it really is just in my opinion, isn't it happens is just there's an excitement about playing comp, an excitement about playing a tournament, and also just a lack of discipline when it comes to the tournament. Especially at this lower level. And I was watching it, or I believe it was might have been the first game of the finals or the game right before the finals, where they had just gotten Baron, the Jin had flashed to the wall, they got that pick, and then they just kept going.
Yeah.
To me, that's just lack of discipline of oh wait, we got what we wanted. We can. It's like no, let's go more, go more, go more. It's the classic. Oh, this guy's trolling, and then you try to punish them, and you actually die because they are not, in fact, trolling.
Yeah.
It's just like this mindset that you really do have to learn. And the only way that you learn it is by getting punished from it over and over and over until you're like, wait a minute, we don't have to take every single fight that. Yeah.
So despite how many teams came in, we did have a familiar finals, and that was Team Unknown versus the Fall Guys. And guys, this is Shazbot said it back in September. He was assigning a rivalry between the two teams, but I think that we're at the point now where they've met in the finals enough times that that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, it's always good to see kind of these rivals develop because it encourages players to keep going against each other and it can also lead to more rivalries. And I feel like there's nothing more exciting than seeing, two well-known teams going against each other and fighting against each other. Like, as someone that's big on the fighting game community, it's always great to see rivals clash head to head to see who comes out on top and then to see them fight each other again and see how it turns out that way. And then if someone keeps losing and then they eventually secure that win after the hard work, it's so rewarding and so awesome to see. So I always love seeing clashes like that.
And they were
Yeah.
really good games, T-Van.
Yeah, I was actually quite impressed from, and kind of similar to what was just really being said. Like it's as much as you can. There's a worry about being tired of seeing the same teams in the finals. It is also exciting to see that the quality of the game, and also I feel like you get a little bit more of an emotional connection with these players because they are on the same roster. It's almost similar to for me, the reason I love T1 is because I've seen these players go up and down, and see the struggles because they've been the same roster for the past 3 years now. And I have an emotional connection with these players as I've seen them for so long versus other rosters that are constantly shifting and changing. It's like, well, I don't know if I should be a fan of the team as a name or if I should be a fan of the team because of things on it. It becomes that weird split. So I like that we're seeing the fair face, and there could be this isn't a full-time job for them,
Right.
but
Right.
it still does feel familiar to see the names, and to see the new names start to contest and be like, okay, how good are these? And they kind of have somewhere to score. I'm glad that the finals weren't two brand new names, because it's like I would have this fear that like some random team that is just a bunch of diamond matches just kind of pop up and take over the tournament, not ruin the fun, but almost ruin the fun for everyone. Of like, okay, well, there's no longer that competition. Like I can't, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
It never really feels like someone dominates too long because people get an idea of how each other eat. And on top of that, I think it's really good to see these competitions form, because at the end of the day, like, yeah, we're here to shoutcast, we're here to talk about the games and everything like that, but the heart and soul of the tournament itself is the players and seeing their personalities come to life through the way they play champions. You may, like, for example, have two players that both play ADC. Maybe they're both really good at Vayne, but to see how they utilize the champion and their different playstyles despite having the same four ability is what really bring these tournaments to life.
Amen to that, brother. So I'll be honest with you guys. I just am so happy with how everything went. I don't have any other further questions or comments that I need to make. But do you guys have anything else you want to say before we wrap up the night? I mean, it's been 6.5 hours of this tournament this time.
Yeah, I am just really excited about the future. That's something that has always kept me around Discord, and this you guys have always been about, well, like appreciating the present, but also like wanting to. And I feel like, and it's I feel it's poetic in a way that this was the 1 year anniversary of this tournament, and it has seen the highest high. And just thinking like, damn, like what is it going to be like in like next year? Like how much different is it going to be? What other big is it going to become, like a weekend tournament land now because keep growing? It's just really exciting to see what the possibilities that try and find, like 1 year in this point of success, a point of success that I feel like a lot of tournament runners aren't going to like probably don't see that often, that level of
And thank you for bringing up the anniversary thing. I said it like 6 times today during the cast, and it completely slipped my mind here. Yes, I agree with you. I think that it's super exciting, and to see where the growth is now does set us up for a new vision for 2025.
Yeah, I also look forward to seeing how things turn out, growth here, because we've definitely had our ups and downs throughout this year, and just to see the growth happen has been great. And I guess one other comment or one other thing I'd like to highlight from this tournament was it was really cool to see how chat was like the people in chat were reacting to the new players and stuff. Like instantly, I forget which team it was for, but that Nautilus player became an instant fan.
Dude, Spy Pie, I think was his name, the Spy Pie. There's no reason for those hooks to have landed. That was insane. T-Man, did you catch that game with the Nautilus?
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to watch it while I was eating. Yeah, that I am a Nautilus. Like I've played Nautilus in like competitive in a lot of games. There are some where I was like, that should not have hit. It's just like I always make the joke where I'm like, yeah, if I'm the AD carry, that hits there. But like that was every single hook where I'm like, yeah, if I'm the AD carry, I'm getting by that hook.
Yeah.
Like of course I would. Those are crazy.
And you're right, Zeno, that to see the whole, at one point there were 60 people in there, but to see everyone talking about that, you're right, that huge waves made by that player. Good stuff.
Yes.
Well, everybody, thank you guys for staying after. It's been a long day, and I appreciate you guys coming on here and talking with me just a little bit longer. We appreciate our viewers, listeners, everybody here with the Progenitor League circuit and the PCP. Well, that'll do it for us tonight, and we'll catch you on the next episode of PCP coming out sometime before the December tournament. Good night.